Hi people. Uh, Need a quick confirmation in the chat box regarding the sounds. Am I loud and clear? Yes. Good. So last week in our last class, we completed the unit number 7. So when it's come to the PPQ, which is the past paper questions, we are done with unit number 4, 5, 6, 7. Today we are going to focus on the unit number 8 and unit number 9. And next week, I'll be focusing on unit number 10, 11, 12, all 3 units. So with that, grade 10 accounting part will be over. Over means like the past papers also will be over. Again, we'll be practicing past papers when it's come to the revision. Revision will happen probably in last 2 to 3 months of your O-level program. Okay. So once you are done with the accounting part in grade 10, then we will start doing the past paper questions from the business studies part of the grade 10. Then we'll finish off the past paper questions from grade 11 business studies part, because grade 11 business studies, we are done with the syllabus. Now we have to start the accounting part actually, which is your term 2 things. So whatever the relevant for the term 1 is over. Then Lamai, let's start off with the unit 8, which is the cash book and petty cash book. So in 2016, there are few questions. I'll give you like maybe 5 minutes. I'll give you like 5 minutes. Try the questions, Raman. Try the questions from 2016. I'll give you 5. Okay, time up. Let me start discussing. So you all check your answers also. I have told you when I'm doing the past paper questions, I will not give you extra time to write and wait. While I'm explaining, that time itself, you have to write down the notes and you have to keep it. Okay. So 2016, paper 1, question 24. Honda hit the store, sold 10 packets of toffee, each 200 on credit. Each 200 on credit. And the trade discount. So they have given a trade discount. When we were learning the discounts, I clearly told you always we have to take the values after the trade discount. We don't want the values before the trade discount. Always we need the values after the trade discount. 10% due to this transaction in the business. Discount allowed increasing by 200. Sales income increasing by 2000, value of the data increasing by 2000, value of the data increasing by 1800. So out of these four, first one is obviously out because as the discount allowed expense, we always have to write the cash discounts, not the trade discounts. As our sales value, we have to take the value after the trade discount. Then here we have a value of 201 packet, likewise 10 packets has a list price of 2000. But from this 10% trade discount will be given 2000 into 10%. That means 200 reduction. That means our sales value is 1800. Sales value is 1800. Then the double entry would be here. Debit the data 1800. Credit the sales 1800. So data balance is increasing by 1800. Sales balance is increasing by 1800 because sales is an income. Income increases credit. Data asset increases debit. So second one also wrong. Third one also wrong. The correct one is the fourth one. Fourth one is the correct answer. Next up. Value of the petty cash impressed of Amara's business is 2000. Cash that remained with the petty cashier as at 31st January 2016 was 100. From 1st February 2016 onwards, it is decided to increase the petty cash impressed of the business up to 3000. Up to 3000. What is the correct double entry to record the reimbursement of petty cash impressed on 1st February 2016? Cool. So here previously we had a petty cash impressed of 2000. The cash remaining at the petty cashier end of the January 100. So if I write it here, the workings we studied Lamai. Opening balance, opening minus plus the reimbursement, reimbursement is the impressed minus the spend will give you the closing. So here for the month of January, we had an impressed of 2000 and the balance end of the month is 100. So here 2000. The balance end of the month is 100. That means, Lamai, this is in Jan. In January, you have spent how much? You have spent 1900. In January, you have spent 1900. Okay. So this Jan closing will be the opening for February. Then opening is 100. Now what company has decided to increase this impressed amount to 3000? To increase that impressed amount to 3000. That's what company has decided. Okay. Then Lamai, in order to this to become 3000, now with the petty cashier, he is having only 100. In order to this to become 3000, how much from main cashier that petty cashier is getting? Main cashier should give a 2900 to the petty cashier. Then only this 100 will become 3000. So this is the reimbursement amount which is happening in the month of February. First day morning itself, this will happen. So what's the double entry here? Who is getting this cash? Petty cashier is getting this cash. So debit the petty cash 2900. Who is giving this cash? Main cashier is giving this cash. So main cashier's cash is decreasing. Cash book. Cash book or the cash account. Decreasing 2900. So debit petty cash, credit cash. Debit petty cash, credit cash. It's there in the second option. It's there in the second option. Now let's move to the next one. Following is the petty cash book prepared in Ramesh business. So if you all want, you all can quickly take a screenshot and save it and keep, and you all can write it in the book later. If you all are not writing while I'm explaining. I have told you. Past paper questions, while I'm explaining, you have to write. That time itself, you have to write. If you are not writing, just listening and waiting, just take a screenshot. Later, you can fill your book. Following is the petty cash book prepared in Ramesh business for the month of January 2016. Okay. First one, they're asking the petty cash interest of this business. It is very clear. Beginning of the January, we had 100. Main cashier has given 1400. So why he has given that 1400? Because to take it to the interest level. Then our interest is how much? 1500. Petty cash interest is 1500. Second one, amount of the petty cash reimbursed on again first February. Yeah, 1st February. How much will be reimbursed by the petty cashier from the main cashier? How much petty cashier is getting on 1st February? So let me show it in the same format again. Opening, reimbursement is the interest minus 10 is closing. So let's start with Jan. So I'm just showing this to you for you to get an understanding. No need to write and wait like this. Opening January 100. Reimbursement 1400. 100. 1400. So you had an interest of 1500. From this during the month, totally you have spent 1280 payments. Totally you have paid 1280. Then end of the month, you have 220. This close in 220 will be the opening for the next month, February. 220. So again, to take it to the impressed level, which is 1500. Now petty cash is having only 220. To take it to 1500, how much petty cashier should get from main cashier? Here it is 1280. Main cashier should give 1280 to petty cashier. February 1st, morning itself, he should give that. Then only in the petty cashier's wallet, he will have a 1500 to run the month nicely. 1280. Next one. Recording the above petty cash payments in the petty cash book to the ledger account. So they're asking us to record it to the ledger account. So we studied Lamai. When you are recording to the ledger accounts, always this analysis columns total only will be recorded to the ledger account. And ledger column total will not be recorded. For each item we have to record. For each item we have to record. So here I'll write the double entry Lamai. This 470, 220, 370. Everything we paid from cash Lamai. Sorry, not the cash, the petty cash. So credit the petty cash. Everything credit the petty. Credit the petty. Credit the petty. Because everything we paid from petty. Credit the petty. Here you should debit to the travel expense. Debit travel. Here debit postage. Here debit stationery. Here debit who is this person? Jayanti. Debit Jayanti. Simple. So you have to prepare 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ledger accounts, Lamai. You have to prepare 4 ledger accounts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll write just the important one. I'll write, yes, Yunus. I'll be coming to that. Correct. What you're telling is correct. What you're telling is 100% correct. Okay, I'll be coming to that. So here, let me record the important ones. Date and the description and the amount. Date, description, amount. Date, description, amount. Date, description, amount. Okay. So here, let me start with the travel, postage, stationery, Giant. Postage, stationery, Jayanti. So Jayanti should be a creditor because we have paid no. So in all the situations, Lamai, credit the petty cash book, debit the relevant account. We have to debit it. What are the values? 470, 220, 900, 200. 470, 220, 390, 200. 390, 200. What is the month? January. Yes, then 31st. 31st January, 31st January, 31st January, 31st January. Everything other account petty cash. Petty cash. Petty cash. Petty cash. Okay. And here Lamai, Yunus asked me a question. So what about the cash book? So here, look at the requirement. Recording the above petty cash payments. So they're asking us to record the above what, Yunus? They're asking us to record the above petty cash payments in the relevant ledger account. Okay. So cash book, we are not paying from the cash book. We are getting money. We are receiving money. Okay. That. So 2017, 3 MCQs are there. I'll give you 3 minutes, Lamai. Quickly do. No, no, no. They are not so heartless people. They will not be that. Don't worry. As long as if the answers that they are seeking for, if it is there, they will give you. Three questions are there. I'll give you 3 minutes, Lama. Quickly do. Okay. So let's move to the next set of questions. Ask the question 19 and 20 using this information. Is there a business purchased a stock of goods at a cost of 20,000 on credit? Then 10% trade discount was deducted. Further, 10% cash discount was received when paying money. The net impact of the asset when the above transaction of Thisara business was recorded in the accounting equation. So Lama, you might think this is a question which is connected with the accounting equation. No, Lama. Actually, you are studying the discount part when you all are doing the cash book. That's why I removed this question from the accounting equation. I put it here because you studied the discount part when you all are doing the cash book. Since you know the accounting equation, Lama, you will be able to do the things easily. So somehow Tisara purchased some stock at a cost of 20,000 on credit, and he has received 10% trade discount. So always we have to write the value after the trade discount, Lama. So 20,000, 10% means 20,000, 10%, it's 2,000, 2,000. Then the purchase value of the stock is just 18,000. Purchase value of the stock is just 18,000. So asset equals equity plus liability. Here we are getting a stock of 18,000. And our creditor liability also increasing just by 18,000 on. Because do not forget, again and again I am telling, always we have to write the value after the trade discount. Not the cash discount. Cash discounts are income and expenses. Trade discount. Further, 10% cash discount was received when paying money. When we are paying money, what has happened? A 10% cash discount has been received. So when we are going to pay this, 18,000, but he has told us, no, 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 I don't want 18,000. I'll give you a 10% discount. Then we have received a 1,800 discount. Then how much is the cash payment that we have done? 18,000 minus 1,800. The cash payment that we have done, it is 16,200. We have paid only 16,200. So here I'll record that one. Our cash has decreased 16,200 cash. Total liability is decreasing by 18,000. This 1,800 is what, Lamai? It is a discount that I received. Discount received, cash discount received is an income for the business. Cash discount received is an income for the business. So income will increase the equity, 1,800. So here they are asking net impact on assets. Then assets, Lama, if you take the final total, what is the net impact you see? Plus 18,000 minus 16,800. It is plus 1,800. Plus 1,800. So net impact on assets, net impact on assets plus 1,800. Second option. And the next one they're asking, what is the correct double entry to record the cash payment? So what's the double entry, Lamai? We'll start with the easy one. Yeah, paying cash, credit cash, 16,200. That is done. This is the creditor, no? Creditor. This is the discount receipt. So discount received is an income for us. So incomes are credit, no? Discount received, 1,800. Here credit is a liability, no? Liability increases, credit decreases should be debit. We are settling that liability. Creditor, 18,000. So let's see this particular double entry is there in which option. So it cannot be the first one, it cannot be the second one. Out. Third one, debit creditor 18,000, credit cash 16,200, credit the discount received 1,800. So this is the correct answer. Your answer is the third option. Next up. The amount of petty cash interest of Sarana's business was 3,000. The petty cash expense during the month of September 2017 was 2,800. That is the petty cash expense during September. On 1st October, 3,300 has been reimbursed. Select the correct statement. So Lamai again put it to my format. Opening plus reimbursement is the impressed minus spent is the closing. Now here, the petty cash interest of Sarna's business 3,000. Interest is 3,000. And petty cash expenses during September 2,800. So here I'll write September 2,800. Then Lamai, end of the month, we had a balance of 200. End of the month 200. So this 200 will be the opening balance for the month of October. So always make sure to follow this format. October 200. And next what they are telling, October reimbursed 3,300. 1st October, morning itself. Morning itself, petty cash is getting 3,300. Then for the October, interest amount is how much? My company is going for a 3,500 interest for the month of October to do the small payments. Choti lapai sipai petty cash payments. For the month of October, company is going for a value of 3,500. Okay. So let's see the correct answer now. The value of the petty cash interest for the month of October 3,500. So first one itself is the correct answer. The balance with the petty cash here 30th September is 500. Remaining 30th September 200. Here 200. The petty cash expenses for the month of September 3,300. Remaining 2,800. They have given it. The increase of the petty cash interest for the month of October is 300. No. 3,000 only has been increased to 3,500. It should be 500 increase. So that is also wrong. Then correct answer is directly the first one is the correct answer. So you all can try the 2008. I'll keep it here. If you all want, take a screenshot. Can't find these workings anywhere, Lamai. Even if you see an answer scheme, which is given by Sri Lanka Education Department. In that one also, detailed answers you can't find them like this. So make sure to write it when I'm explaining. If not, take a screenshot and write it later. Put that effort, Lama. But take a this year O level, no? Huh? So next paper, how many questions are there? Again, 3 questions. I'll give you 3 minutes, Lama. Quickly do. Okay, now let's do this. A transaction occurred in a business and the incomplete double entry used to record it are given below. Received 22,000 in cash from a debtor to paid off the balance of rupees 25,000. So here, what are they telling Lamai? We have received 22,000 cash from a debtor. The value of that debtor is 25,000. The value of that debtor is 25,000. Then Lamai, what is that 3,000? That 3,000 is the discount that we have given to that debtor. That 3,000 is the discount that we gave to the debtor. So discount given, we'll call it as discount allowed. Discount allowed. So let's see. Number one, discount allowed. Number two, 3,000. Number three, 25,000. It is there in the first option. Now let's move to the next two questions. The petty cash balance with petty cashier of Sandun's business as at 31st/7/2018 is 2,500. Following balances of analysis column of the petty cash book for the month of July they have given. Sandun decided to increase the value of petty cash up to 15,000 from up to August next month. The value of the petty cash expenses for the month of July 2018. So let's go to our format, Lamai, again. We'll put the format. Opening plus reimbursement is impressed minus the spent is the closing. We'll start with July. So July, what they are telling, the petty cashier Sandun, the petty cash balance with petty cashier Sandun as at 31st July. Yeah, 31st July means the last day. Last day nilamai 2,500 closing. Then following analysis columns for the month of July. So July spent only they have given. July spent. So what's the total here? 2,000 plus 1,800, 4,300 plus 2,000, 6,300 plus 1,200, 7,500. The total is how much? 7,500, 4,300, 6,300, 7,500. The total spent in the month of July. Total spent in the month of July, 7,500. Hurry. Then Lama, you do a reverse calculation and tell me how much would have been the interest level? How much would have been? For you to have a balance of 2,500 after spending 7,500, where interest එකක් තිබිලාදී 10,000. After spending 7,500, you are having 2,500 means you had an interest of 10,000. Now let's go to the next month, the month of August. The month of August. So this closing balance will become the opening balance for the next month, 2,500. And Sandun decided to increase up to 15,000. Sandun decided to increase up to 15,000. So up to 15,000 means this balance he is going to take it up to 15,000. Then Lamai, how much reimbursement should happen? How much reimbursement should happen? 12,500 should happen. So that answer, Sandhu decided to increase the value of the petty cash. I think my total is correct. Did I make any mistakes? No, right? No. First one they are asking the petty cash expense. No. Petty cash expense for the month of July, 7,500. Next one, the reimbursement, 12,500. Reimbursement, morning itself, August morning itself, he will get 12,500. So always make sure to follow this format. It's simple. It will make your life easy. Done. 2019 paper. There is a petty cash book preparation also there, Lamai. So I'll give you maybe 5 minutes. Quickly do. 5 minutes I'll give. Okay, so let's discuss the last set of questions. Following is the double entry of a transaction occurred in a business. The discount of 200 of this transaction is deducted when? So generally, Lamai, we will receive discounts when we are going to make the cash payment. When we are going to make the cash payment only, we will get this cash discounts, because in accounting, we are writing only cash discounts. So here they have written it. They have written it means by default, it is a cash discount. Cash discounts we are receiving when we are going to make the payment to the creditor. Cash cash discount when you are going to pay cash to creditor. So stock purchasing 5,000, paying 5,000 to creditor, selling a stock of 5,000, receiving cash from debtor. Now here we are making a payment because cash account is credit. When we are going to pay 5,000, we have received a discount of 200. That's why we have ended up with paying 4,800. Then our answer is the second one. Next. Cash in hand with the petty cashier of Deepal's business 1st September was 250. On the same day, petty cash impressed is 4,750 was reimbursed. The total of petty cash expenses for the month of September 2019 is 4,200. They're asking, select the answer that shows the cash in hand as at 30th September 2019 and the reimbursement as at 1st October 2019. So here they are telling cash in hand beginning of the month 250. On the same day, petty cash impressed of 4,750 was reimbursed. So the amount reimbursed. They have reimbursed that particular amount. The total of the petty cash expenses for the month is 4,200. Select the answer that is showing the reimbursement. So here again we'll put the format lemma. Opening plus reimbursement is the impressed minus the spend closing. So here opening we had a balance of in the month of September 250. Okay. The next one, on the same day, petty cash impressed of 4,750 was reimbursed. So on the same day, what they are doing, 4,750 was reimbursed, the petty cash impressed. $4,750. So we have 250 to make it 4,750. We have reimbursed 4,500. And next, what are they telling? During the month of September, we have spent 4,200. Then balance is 550. Then in the month of October, if you take this closing balance will become the opening balance 550. Again, to take it back to the 4750, how much should be reimbursed? 4,200 should be reimbursed. Then the reimbursement amount is 4,200. It should be one of these two. So these two options are out. And the petty cash balance also they are asking. Petty cash closing balance is how much? 550. The balance, the cash in hand as at 30th. Sorry, Lamai. Here I made a small mistake over here. This amount, reimbursed amount, they have given 4,000. 250 we had an opening balance. Here they have given the reimbursed amount, was reimbursed. 4,750 was reimbursed. Then here 5,000. Spent 4,200. Then the balance is 800. Then 800 again to take it back to 5,000. They have to reimburse 4,200. So 4,200 and 800 is the answer. 800 is the answer. So that answer is there in the third option. That is there in the third option. If you want, can take a quick screenshot. Next up. Monthly petty cash interest of one traders for the month of November 1,000. Petty cash payment for the month of November is as follows. Recording the above transaction in the petty cash book and balancing it as at 30th November 2019. So they're asking us to prepare a petty cash book, Lamai. Then here we'll quickly do it. Receipt. Receipt number. And the analysis columns you have to take 4. So we can take 3 analysis columns. CV the charges also traveling, postal, traveling, refreshment. Postal, traveling, refreshment. Petty cash. So what they are telling, monthly petty cash interest of 1,000 received for the month of November is rupees 1,000. So 111 1,000 received, 1,000 received from the main cashier. Then we have these payments 211, 1011, 1511, 2911. Okay. So we have to write the voucher number. I have written this side. No? 1, 2, 3, 4. Postal, traveling, refreshment, freebie. 150 to the postal. 80 to the travel. Refreshment, 200. Three-wheeler, travel, 200. 200, 200. Then here we are having a total of 400, 550, 630. 630. We have a total. Then we can balance it. Both the sides to 1000. Then here 31st, 30 no. Oh November only 30 days are there. BCD 1370. So we can take the totals of the analysis columns. 150, 280, 200. Done. So with that, we are done with the all the cash book and petty cash book questions. Okay. Now start doing the questions from the unit number 9, Lamai. The bank account. Start doing it.